68, Werribee 9-10-64.
Move Smith forward, says Johnny Mitchell.
Umpire Nachos has the ball in hand. Start of the final term, winner through to the grand final next Sunday against Thompson. 4 points of difference. Fulton and Anthony in ruck. Fulton goes up early, gets it down, rode by Reece Miles, got rid of the handball, left it behind in the end. He goes back and tries to pick it up and gets tackled by Broman. The umpire will come in and throw it up again.
Move Smith forward from Johnny Mitchell, the man who last night said the Cats were home at half-time. Would you listen to him?
Ball up. Anthony got it down this time. Miles, Reece, got it away somehow. Through the middle. Carlton gets a kick away. And
not 15.
Not 15. Has to play on. Middleton puts a tackle on. The ball comes out. Spiller off the wing. Can't take it. Kick off the ground by Carlton. Inside 50. Sutton comes at it. Goes left. Gets a little kick away. Tried to find Sablich. Will want to wheel on that left. Does so now. Inside 50. BJ pushed into the football. Did nicely against Boyd. Handball over the top to Sablich. Plays for the other team. Now he goes back towards 50. Good kick. Carlton takes it. Wants to play on, does he? Kelly stood the mark. He goes wide. They're going around 50, and Leonard takes the mark.
Well, that's the end of the game. It's all over. John Mitchell's just tipped Werribee. That's gone. They're gone. They are gone. Why did you do that, John?
So Leonard now 50 out from goal. Have a set shot to give Werribee the lead. Minute and a half played in the final term. He comes in, right foot kick, nowhere near it, across the face of goal. And an easy mark in the end for the Tommy Bath in the last line of defence for Bannockburn.
He hasn't been bad either, by the way.
He goes to Bowden in the opposite back pocket and wants to play advantage. He goes to Broman at half defensive 50 half back. Draws a player, gives it to Spiller. He can turn around and run, pretty open in the middle. Miles through the middle. He mucked it up nearly. Now he just kicks it wherever. Over the head of Jacques. He has to go back with a fly to the footy. Can't take the mark.
You got to keep your eyes on it, buddy.
There he goes through. He'll pick it up again. He handballs it away. He gets Fulton under pressure, gets the kick up high. Inside 50, no mark taken. Miles, usually good in this situation, falls over and then threw it out of the rack, out of the contest. Tito through the middle, gets a clearing kick, but Broman by himself should be able to take the mark, and does on centre wing. He's got Vickers, he's got Fulton wide. He goes straight for home, towards the pocket. Gillies, Tom, they all go up off the back of the pack. Falls in the arms of Gillies, left foot kick. Goal! God, Tom Gillies kicks the goal. He's third of the afternoon. And the 11th for Bannockburn, 11-8-74. They lead Werribee 9-10-64. And that is on the Smiths Holden Blood Suzuki final quarter scoreboard. 3 played.
I don't know how many times I've got to say it. If Jackie Broman is going to sit a kick behind the play, you have to have a Werribee player on him because he's going to tear you to pieces like he's done 2 weeks in a row. I just can't understand why he doesn't do that, Smithy. You have to do it, son.
I think Gillies was the only one that didn't fly then, wasn't
he? Yeah, stood at the back and waited.
Just roved it beautifully.
So back with the umpire in the middle of the ground. Anthony doing the ruck work. Over the top, ball was tapped down. Again, Broman from the middle of the ground goes straight back down the middle. Tom from behind, Gillies is there. Ball hits the ground, goes to Tom, needs to get it out, tries to, can't get rid of it. Umpire said.
No, that's fine. There's no hope of him getting out of there.
Agree.
And he didn't have any prior opportunity, so.
So umpire throws it up again, inside 50. Gillies just throws Anthony out of it, picked up by Miles, scrambles in, kicks towards goal, and Jake Miles has goal number 4, and the 12th now for Bannockburn. They are 12-8. They lead Werribee on 9-10. 4 minutes gone. Final quarter. Smith Holden, Blood Suzuki. Final quarter scoreboard.
I don't care what Nathan Johnson can do up forward now. He's got to go into the ruck. He must go into the ruck to try and curb these clearances. They've lost nearly every clearance for the whole day. You can't win games of footy when you're getting murdered in the centre.
Yeah, I think it's time he goes in there now.
He has to go in there now. Matter of fact, if I was him, I'd just go in anyway and tell the bloke, nick off, get down there. That's what I'd be doing.
Well, Anthony contests at full forward, so you don't lose too much, do you?
Well,
really?
Well, it doesn't matter what you lose now. If you keep getting murdered in the centre, you're not going to get it down there anyway. So they must put Big Johnson in the ruck. There you go again. Look at this.
Fulton to Broman, wrapped up by Miles this time. Ball spills free. Somehow they get it out through Middleton. Goes to centre half forward, but Jark's behind on this occasion. The ball was taken in the mark by Quarrier. Goes wide, looking for Anthony. who can't take the mark but keeps his feet, gives it away to Sablage. Left foot kick around the corner. BJ and Boyd. BJ used the body. Boyd took the mark, though. 50 out from goal. Wheels and goes. Goes with a kick into the towards Johnson. Tapped away over the back. Hetherington gives a Shepherd. Does he? Half a Shepherd anyway. Got the ball away. Broman clearing kick towards half back. Robinson out there with Tito. Robinson tried to keep it in front of him. Tito did well. Got it away. Back to Chesterman. His handball inboard to Miller. 55 out. Top of the square. From behind. Punched away. Bowden got it down. Parsons is there as well. Boyd over the top. BJ. Ball spills free. Sutton in the middle. Wrapped up. Rugby scrum. The umpire will come in and ball it up. 15 out from Werriby's goal. They need one now. 5.5. They're 16 down. Just to settle them down, get them back into the game. Johnson, the ruck work. Gets it down, gives it to himself. Kick was smothered. Broman. Peters is there as well. Johnson fighting hard for it. Peters tried to get it away towards goal. Broman, and they see it through for a rush behind. To Werribee, 9-11-65. They trail Bannock, 12-8-80. 6 played, final term.
So Jervis now with the ball from the full-back position. He decides to play on. He goes to the far side of the ground, goes out wide. Miles is out there. Mark not taken at ground level. Miles is able to see the ball over. No, Savage kept it in, did that nicely. Handballs back inside Carlton. Carlton just goes to Miller. Miller low and flat into the forward line. No one actually went after the ball. Picked up there. Parsons gets out of trouble now, has some time, looks up, goes into the middle of the ground, missed his third target. Jarks out the back, handball went back towards Vickers, picked the ball up, little boot to ball, but again, Werribee with numbers back behind the ball, picked up there, Smith goes back towards Quarrier. Quarrier, his kick was poor, goes into the middle, picked up Hetherington, tried to take him on, he might be in trouble, it's got to be a free kick. Umpire is circling, Carlton just plucked it out of his hands and went back into the forward line. Kelly comes up, can't take the ball. Mark ball runs through the contest, and it is Link Peters back there with the defensive end. Good smother there from Wilson it was, and the ball goes over the boundary line. So we'll have a throw in about 40 around from the goal, and it's Werribee's attacking end of the ground.
Their forward line structure's all gone to buggery. They're not where they're supposed to be, and when they do kick it in, there's 3 or 4 onto 1 or 2. They've got to structure up.
So the ball now thrown back in. Johnson taps it down. Peters on the march, comes through, picks the ball up, goes out wide. Tom's the target. Doesn't take the mark. He kept it in the field of play. Tries to keep it alive. Does so. Has support out there. Fulton got the handball over the top. Went to Miles. Forced his way from the contest into the hands of Jervis. Got the one to Robinson. Robinson over the top. Goes towards Tom. Missed him. And Niawella sweats down on him. But Tom's able to pick the ball up. Tries to get the handball back. Does so to Robinson. Gets in and out of trouble. Was able to get boot to ball. Picked up out there. I think that was Brown. Got the handball over the top. Went back to Niawella. He is tackled. Brought to ground. And again, the ball is forced out in the tackle. I don't know whether it was Grogan.
Took a step first, mate.
Prior opportunity. I don't think it was there. Yes, doesn't matter. Broman's got it. Goes back inside. And again, they're coming through. It's picked up there. Carlton runs away from the contest. Kicks on the left boot. Goes forward. But Peters comes up. Can't take the mark. Miles is there in support. Can't pick it up cleanly. Peters goes back after it. They're diving in pretty hard out in the far side. Sablich on the left boot. Goes back forward as far as Parsons. Nice trap. Handballs back inside. Set Hetherington a bit of a task. Went back and collected it himself. Needs to get the handball out. Ball comes out. Picked up. Broman says, damn this, I'm just going to go long. And he goes to the forward line. Good contest out there, out the back. They run again. This time Buck goes back toward where the ball came from, and Jervis will take the mark and possibly settle things down. No, he doesn't. He goes short over the top, and I think it's Hoey on centre wing. Over the top, it's actually BJ again, and goes and finds Miles. So Miles is forward of centre wing, and he has the ball, far side of the ground. Another short option. Goes in that direction. Robinson, was that just inside the field of play? Yes, it was. He goes back inside to Miles, set him a bit of a task, got around the first one, didn't see the traffic from behind. Ball runs back towards the boundary line, and now it will be over, and we'll have a throw-in on the half-forward line. It is 12-8-80 to the Bannockburn side, 9-11-65 or Werribee. We have gone almost 10 minutes of final quarter. Smith Holden, Blood Suzuki, final quarter scoreboard.
I don't want to sound biased, but was that holding the ball?
Yeah.
He's taken 3 steps, been in the tackle and just lost it. I think that was holding the ball.
Boundary throw in. Fulton got it down. Roved at the front though. Werribee go towards the middle. Wilson runs past it. Kelly doesn't. Now he switches the play wide towards Jacques. Going to have a couple against him. Oh, pretty good
look at
mark. That was a good
That's
mark.
a fantastic mark because he kept his ass right in the way and kept him out with that.
Oh, chips to Vickers. He can't take the mark. Well done, Matt Miller. Does nicely. And they break free. Smith from centre half back out wide, looking for Reece Miles and Anthony. Anthony takes the mark. Centre wing need to move it at all costs. They go now. Oh, my God. Mark that bastard!
What is that?
Puts it in the air. He can't take it. Sutton can't. He picks it up. Can he keep it in, though? Oh, he runs out of room. I think he does.
It's out.
Half forward.
It's out.
Boundary throw in. Left half forward. That's the best mark you ever.
If Werribee to be any chance, they have to come out this side
They
of the
do.
ground.
They have to
At the
attack
moment,
here.
every time they've got it, they've had players out this side and they just haven't looked.
Boundary throw in, left half forward for Werribee. Anthony gets it over the back nicely. Carlton handball towards Reece Miles. Can't take it with him. High tackle,
That's
the
a free
umpire
kick.
said.
Yeah.
Bannockburn to take it. At half back. And Matty Hoey goes wide towards Tom, who comes up on a long lead. Great mark
That
against
is a-
Chad Buck.
That is a great mark.
That is a
Chad
great
Buck
mark.
is as close checking as you can get, and he still held on to it. He never panicked. He just held on to it, and even Buck couldn't punch it out of his strong hands.
Centre wing on the outer side. High kick. Oh, that's into Reece Howell's truck, I think.
Well, I hope it breaks his windscreen.
So free kick, Blake Taylor will take it for Werribee at half back. He goes, drives it long towards centre wing. That's a terrible kick too. God, they just kicked a kick at the moment.
Bannockburn will be happy for it to sit out there
Yeah,
for
exactly.
20 minutes here.
That's right.
Yeah,
They've
you're
just-
right.
They've got to try something. At the moment, it's just going up and down the line. No one's prepared to take the game on.
Yeah.
You might as well get beaten by 8 goals.
I was going to say, come across the middle. If you lose it and get beat by 8, there's no point in doing this and getting beaten by 3.
Fulton takes it out of the ruck contest,
Dropping
and
the
that's
ball.
dropping the footy. Handball,
But he
advantage
kicked it.
paid. Reece Miles, 55 out, comes towards Skinner, puts a hand up, can't do it. Kelly's there, settles the play down, gets around Skinner, goes back to defensive 50. Good kick. Link Peters takes the mark.
I thought Fulton kicked that.
Uncontested. So, Link Peters now drives it towards centre wing, close to the boundary line.
How good is this bloke?
Was it Gillies?
Yep.
Gillies.
Gillies it is.
He's
The
been
other-
fantastic.
The other Tom.
Yeah, the other Tom. So Gillies takes it. Centre wing on the outer side. Tom gives him a lead now. Goes in that direction. Won't quite get there. Hetherington goes up as well. Tom off the back. Pack develops. Chad Buck handball. Forward. Tito. Handball back inboard. Comes back towards Carlton. He taps it on. Broman on centre wing. Tries to shuffle the handball out. Close to the boundary line. Running into traffic. And getting around. Boyd handball. Back to Tito. Tries some candy. Handballs it to the boundary line. Sees it over. Throw in. 12-8-80 Bannockburn. Werribee 9-11-65. And we've been playing 12.5 in the final term.
I tell you what, they're trying everything they possibly can. They're throwing everything at them, but they just can't penetrate.
So ball back in at centre wing. Ball comes out the back, picked up, cleared away there. Miller goes back into the half forward line. Sutton leads in the race for the ball. Cole is right with him. He runs the ball back towards the boundary line. And again, I think they'll be happy to see that over.
They just seem to know where to position themselves better because,
At the moment, Nath Kelly's playing the loose man.
yeah, and there seem to be 3 or 4 on 1 or 2 because they're judging where the ball's going to come from better.
So the ball is thrown back in. This time Fulton reaches up over the top again. They win possession from that contest. Handball goes back inside, ends up in the hands of Chesterman. Looks up, goes towards Johnson. He's out in front. Can't take the mark. Picked up there, Parsons. He goes back into the middle and goes to Vickers. Vickers takes the mark. He's got options wide. He goes in that direction now, and Jarks is the target. Leads in the race for the ball. Diving mark. He takes it. Did that nicely.
Cramp.
Got the player coming past. Doesn't use him. So Brent Jarks now with the ball, plays on, goes long, and he goes high. In front, ball at the back. Who's the runners? There it is. Robinson is there. Ball at the back, though. It's picked up there. Carlton, I think it is. Looks up, goes straight down the middle. That's where they need to go. Kick didn't hit the target. Hoey's there. Boyd is there. A little bit of pace, runs away. Boyd looks up, kicks the ball, goes back into the forward line towards Johnson. Comes up, doesn't get to the contest. Bath seizes the opportunity, gives the handball away, goes to Middleton, has options outside, has them short, and in through the middle, and it's Hetherington. That's where he goes, and he takes the mark. So Hetherington now steadies things down, player sideways, he'll use him, goes toward Middleton, he can play on if he wants to, and can run. Looks to go long, goes towards Tom, invites him to come at the ball, but it's Robinson that gets there first. Robinson picks the ball up, has the pace, goes to the pocket, Jarks out the back, should have taken the mark, put it down on hands and knees. Ball is kept alive, runs back inside, goes towards Chesterman once again. Go to get out of the contest, did that nicely. Brown to Sloan, and Sloan.
He's just banged it.
He did, barreled it straight up in the air. Ball hits the ground. Who's going to go after it? Sutton tries to knock it further afield. Went towards Boyd. He's got Kelly right beside him. And they're both being held onto there, I think. It goes towards Bowden. Support comes, goes to Boyd. Boyd on the right boot, puts the ball back into the forward line. Coming through, the ball is tapped away. Miller, can he run onto it? He does. Picks the ball up and gets boot the ball. Did that pretty nicely.
Yeah,
where will it go from here? Into the middle it grunts. Miles comes up, attacks the ball, goes back and collects it. A little bit of poise and goes out wide and has Harding. So Harding now steadies things down on the far side of the ground between half forward and centre wing.
Their chances
to go
now,
short. Yep, they go over the top. This time goes towards Hetherington. And he takes the mark, slows things down.
They have got to get the football because Broman and Fulton are both off the ground. They have to get their hands on the footy now.
So now Hetherington, he goes. Just a short kick into the half-forward line. Mark not taken out there. Hits the ground. And it will be held up. So we're going to have a ball up. 15, almost 16 minutes gone. Final quarter. It is Bannockburn 12-8. They lead Werribee on 9-11.
So ball up, half forward, outer side for Bannockburn. Miller from behind. Goes down. Oh, that's a good tackle. That's a punch.
He's got prior opportunity there, young Miller.
Miller to run away.
Yeah.
Now Bannockburn will take the free kick. Hoey it is. Had a good game today, Matty Hoey.
Yeah, he has.
Right half forward. Kick not as penetrating as he'd like.
They've got to switch it now.
Yeah, so they're going to switch, are they, Werribee? Oh, they run into each other. Nearly, oh, gee whiz, under pressure. They go wide. It might be okay. Correa takes the mark. They go quickly now. They're on the run. Taylor draws the player. Handballs it over the top. Out of bounds. Skinner couldn't pick that up, and it will be a boundary throw-in. So Bannockburn off the hook for a minute. And they'll get a stoppage now. Miller up against Sloan. Miller in front. Middleton pushed off the footy. Oh, Peters tried to take. Oh, Chesterman just got the kick away. BJ read it nicely. Torpedo punt. Came off the side of the boot towards Tom at half forward. Goes up. Front and centre. Miles was pretty good. Oh, Candy, if you don't mind, to Middleton. Now he goes with a kick short to Vickers, who takes it. Plays on quickly. Right foot kick around the corner. Goes back towards the goals. Jarks, is it still in play? No, it's not. I think it's... What is it? Is it...
Free kick.
Well, no one... I don't know, because the goal umpire hasn't signalled anything. Is it free kick? Okay. So they get the free kick, and they muck that up. It goes towards Carlton in the end. It might be okay for Werribee. He wheels back around towards Sablich. Oh, missed the target. Now to bounce for a throw-in. 40 around for the Bannockburn goal. 17.5 played, final term, 15 points the difference. Bannockburn with control at the moment in their forward line. Gillies in the ruck contest, got it down. Middleton broke free, handball out wide. Is that high? Umpire said yes, it was. Nacho's picked it from a long way away too, but he got it.
Don't say anything, boys, because you'll get 50.
Same eye line as me, so just a high tackle there as he went to ground. And it might be Matty Hoey again, is it? Or is it Jervies?
I don't know. Yeah, Matty.
Yeah, Hoey it is.
That's Hoey.
Yep.
Outside range from there.
Yeah, 45 out on the boundary line, Matty.
Top of the goal square.
Kicks this, he'll be celebrating for a
Well,
week.
it'll top a good game off, wouldn't it, for him?
Goes, hop, pops it to the square. And over the back, off hands, and through for one behind to the Tigers. 12-9-81. They lead Werribee 9-11-65. Smiths Holden, Bloodsuzuki. Final quarter scoreboard, 18.5 played.
So Sloan decides to come clubroom slide. We said they had to come this way, and they've done that. The ball goes out, but Broman.
And who takes that?
Broman.
How good is this kid? A fair income. I mean, I hate him.
So Broman now goes back into the forward pocket. Mark not taken out there. Gets out the back of the contest and will run through and over the boundary line. So we'll have a throw-in to take place. 20 around from the behind post. Gilly's doing the ruck work. Sloan, as said, he's down there playing in defence at the moment by the looks of things. So ball thrown back in. Gillies front of the contest, takes it out of the ruck, picked up by Vickers, kicks back towards goal, and it is gone through for a minor score. So two behinds to Braden Vickers, and now it is 12-10 to Bannockburn, 9-11 Werribee. We tick over 20 minutes. The ball comes back inside quickly, goes to Chesterman. He is tackled, brought to ground, picked up Middleton, goes to Miles, looks at number 5, but he has nailed it, I think.
No, he's missed it.
Just missed it.
He's missed it.
Only just though, I think. And through for a minor score, it is 12-11.
Looked like a goal to me.
Yeah, I think he thought it was too. 9-11, Werribee, 20 minutes gone, final quarter.
Taylor kicks it in quickly, finds Carlton. Play on at all costs now for Werribee. He's got to come back inboard. Short little kick. Oh, Jacques, he got a hand to it. Middleton, short little kick. That was great to Robinson.
She's
She settles
over.
the play.
She is over.
And Jai Robinson will have a set shot for goal 30 out directly in front. Torquay, 7-point winners over Amos. They're in the grand final against Bowen Heads next week in the Ballerine.
Well, I'm glad of that because I don't think Amos could have beat Bowen Heads.
No. So Jai Robinson hasn't kicked a goal yet this afternoon. This to make the margin 4 goals.
Been good today, Jai.
Yep, he comes in. Left foot kick. Pretty close.
Yep.
Goal umpire said all clear. So Robinson kicks his first. 13th for Bannockburn, 13-11-89. They lead Werribee Central's 9-11-65. Smiths Holden, Blood Suzuki. Final quarter scoreboard, we've been playing 21.
Well, that surprises me. That's his first because he's been so dangerous down there. I reckon he's had a hand in quite a few and actually hadn't kicked one himself till then. So, you know, if you're going to give it off and make sure that other blokes get goals, it's probably good to see one of those blokes get a goal for himself towards the end of the game.
Just a lot of forward pressure when Werribee's had it.
All day,
Yeah.
all day, yeah. Across, not just deep, but also across half forward too. He's just been so dangerous and so good.
So back in the middle of the ground we go once again, and there's going to be Sloan going up, Fulton over the top, went out to Broman again, can't take it cleanly, got the handball away though, frees up Jervis. Jervis goes long and flat into the goal square, into the forward line, and the mark is taken out there, and this time Blake Miller takes the mark.
I think they've broken their back.
And Miller will go back and shoot for goal.
Johnny Mitchell said they couldn't win in them jumpers, them white jumpers. Maybe he was right.
So Blake Miller for the day has 1 goal, 1. And he steps in now from 35, 40 out, kicks that goal. It's not going to make the distance. It's in the back of the mark, not taken, and it will run through. No, it's kept alive. And the umpire now says it has been pushed through. No, it hasn't. It's still in the field of play, so we're going to have a ball up right on the line. So the umpire now throws it up, and again the ball tapped out of the contest.
Through.
No, he's
free
paid a
kick.
free kick.
Yep.
Is this because he tapped it through on the full?
Maybe.
I think it was because the Werribee guy, he wasn't nominated in the ruck.
No, I think he's paid it that he's tapped it and it's gone through on the full, and you can't do that.
I think you
Is
can.
that now? Is that ours? Yeah, I don't know.
Of course you can. I think
Well,
it's
I don't know.
that's only out of bounds, isn't it?
Yeah.
It went through the
Hang
points,
on, now
didn't
the
it?
other
Hang on.
umpire's coming in. We're going to have a bit of a conversation about what's going on.
Going to have an inquiry and an inquest here.
We'll get to go to the
25 players around the ball.
Go to the judge and jury.
Yeah,
Now they're
work
talking.
out. Now they're having a conference.
Just make a decision one way or the other.
Well, let's go to the Arc. Is that what they call it now? The Arc.
That's right. Let's go to the Arc.
What did the Arc actually look like, Dale? You'd have been around in them days.
Yeah, I actually filled it. I took up a seat.
So it's going to be a Bannockburn free kick anyway. After
No, it's
all
not.
that.
No, it's going to be a point.
Is it?
Or we're going to ball it up again and play 2. Yep, we're going to throw it up again because we're not quite sure, so we'll go back.
Just tap it through again, see what happens.
Yeah, so the ball
He did.
tapped it.
It's hit the post. So is that any different to going through for a point?
Yeah, because it's out of bounds.
Is that deliberate though now?
Yep, probably.
Well, he
Yep,
has- he has
Jarks
paid
has
it.
got the free kick.
He has paid it.
Now we're going to have another. Look, there's 2 umpires down there again.
Oh, no, he's giving it to Gillies this time.
What's going on?
I'm not too sure, but I think the wrong bloke took it. Jark said, I want to have a crack at it.
Just with my knowledge of the rules, I know it's taken a bit, but I think they've got it right, the umpires. The first one went through the point, so it's no free kick. The second one went out of bounds, so it is. And I think they've got it right.
So Gillies plays on from the pocket, kicks a goal.
I think they got it wrong.
So one of the Thompson's got a goal, and he's got 4 for the afternoon. And now the 14th for Bannockburn. They are 14-11. They lead Werribee on 9-11. 25 gone. Final quarter. Smith Holden, Blood Suzuki. Final quarter scoreboard.
I only said that because I didn't think he'd kicked a goal from there, so I'm going to change my decision. No, look, they got it right. They got it right.
This quarter will go 35 minutes, won't it, after all that?
Well, if it does, I think the margin's going to be more because the Central's boys are gone and Bannockburn are on a roll.
Well, that went for 3 minutes. Just having to talk about it.
So finally, Johnson in the ruck at the 25-minute mark of the final term. Just a tad late, but anyway, Fulton against him. Nachos with the footy. He'll be back next week. Sunday the game, Nachos. Fulton gets it down. Broman had 47 possessions today. Been amazing.
Fulton, the Broman in the ruck.
That's like a recorded message.
Yeah, I tell you what, I reckon you could put Simon Madden in there and it'd still happen.
Fulton gets it down. Peters towards Middleton. Skinner can't pick it up. He kicks it off the ground. Follows it across the ground towards centre wing. Savage is there. Kick around the corner. Broman. You're wrapped up this time. Umpire said he got the handball away. Pack develops on centre wing.
Do you take him off now, Jackie?
Put him in cotton wool.
You know, I mean, he's had more of the footy than anybody on the ground in the last 3 or 4 weeks. I'd nearly give him a rest and make sure he's ready to go next week. That's what I'd be doing.
Ball up.
I've got a funny feeling to get a tag next week.
Johnson. Yeah. The ball comes back towards Gillies at half forward. Puts a tackle on. Does nicely. Umpire says holding the ball, throw. And it'll come back for a free kick to Tom Gillies at right half forward. Ball. And been kicked into the forward line for Bannockburn, so has to come back. And Tom's taking his time to get the footy too. Kicks it back to Peters in the middle. He's got Fulton further afield in the middle. He takes the mark. He's got Hoey and Kelly out here. He goes in that direction. Hoey takes the mark. Got Broman further. Just kick it to Jack. Kick it to Jack. He will. Kicks it out wide to Jack Broman. He's holds it up. 27 played, final term. Drives it long towards the boundary line. Miller. Taylor came in late. Ball pushed on. Jarks over the top of it. Ball spilt free. Close to the boundary line. Kick around the boundary line. Kelly from behind. Leonard's there as well. Broman off the back. And again, handballs it to Fulton.
Well, he gives one back to him.
Yeah, he did. Goes with the right foot kick towards centre half forward, but mark taken by Chesterman. Gets the handball away to Quarrier. He gives it away further, and they run free. Brown now from half back goes towards centre wing, but BJ, oh, gee whiz, nearly took the mark. It made hard work of it in the end. Hetherington's there. Savage, handball back towards Miller. His handball back inboard. Might be okay. Chesterman's short little kick was okay towards Miles. He runs and handballs over the top. Oh, set a task for Wilson in the end. Now Spiller, he's wrapped up. Ball spills to Wilson. He did the don't argue. He somehow got rid of it in the end to Leonard. Then he goes to Reece Miles. 55 out. Chips the ball towards Anthony. Held there. No, umpire said play on. Bath wanted the mark. I don't think so. And he's wrapped up. The umpire will ball it up.
A lot of paid holding the ball.
Yeah.
You know why? Because he knew it wasn't his mark. Because he never went anywhere near the first grab. He's just trying to stooge him.
So Werribee into attack. Fulton from behind. Kick off the ground by Ryan Bowden back towards defensive 50. Miller just dropped the footy. Oh, and then the hold.
Well, I don't think he ever actually took possession of it.
So we get a free kick, defensive 50. Forward 50. Howie stands the mark. A few boys run past him, but
he's going to go the barrel, is he? No.
Gets the lead from Sloan, who goes up. Can't take the mark. Middleton wrapped up.
Ball it up, And
the umpire will ball it up. 14-11-95 Bannock. Werribee 9-11-65. 29 played, final term.
So umpire throws the ball up now. Miller taps the ball back, goes to Broman. And high, says the umpire. So free kick goes to Broman deep in defence. Got options short. He goes wide. Mark will be taken out there by Miller. So Miller has Fulton across the other side of the ground if he wants to go that way, but he decides to come straight down the line, goes short, and will just land in the field of play. Mark taken there by Hoey. So Matty Hoey again looks for the option over the top. Not too sure that was the best option, and it will be pushed over the boundary line by Anthony, and it will be a ball in to take place. So Sloan comes up, Miller's there, front of the contest. Sloan gets the ball down, picked up by Miller, got knee to the ball, goes back towards the boundary line, picked up Carlton, went one way, led over the top. As the siren sounds, which will end the game at Bannockburn 14-11-95. They defeat Werribee 9-11-65. Goal kickers for the Bannockburn side, 4 to Gillies and 4 to Miles. 1 each to Robinson, Broman, Miller, Jarks, Tom, and Fulton's one in there as well. And for Werribee, 4 to Johnson, 2 each to Boyd and to Wilson, 1 to Zach Anthony.
Bannockburn into the grand final, 14-11-95, defeat Werribee 9-11-65 in the preliminary final. They'll play Thompson next Sunday for the 2019 Buckley's Cup. We'll take a break. When we come back, we will wrap things up here. The final siren, thanks to Buckley's Entertainment Centre. We'll wrap preliminary final day up here at the Gordon Tafe Oval. Bannockburn winners by 30 points in the prelim against Werribee Central.
Suck, Clarkie.
Take a break. Back after this on 94.7 The Pulse.
Oh, Rico! Rico!
He'll go mad now.
Large vessels have the right of way and may not be able to avoid you. Even after the ship passes slipping waves, it may swamp or capsize your boat. So remember, don't anchor in the channels, it's illegal. Enjoy your fishing, but keep out of the way of big ships. This message brought to you by the Victorian Regional Channels Authority, station sponsor. Why wouldn't you entrust your investment to a property manager with over 20 years' experience? West End Real Estate, your residential and commercial property management specialists. westendrealestate.com.au, 73 Packington Street, Geelong West.
Station sponsor. A grandpa carrying a folded newspaper. A youth with paint cans in the tray.
Oh, jeez.
Not looking where she's walking.
You could miss a lot if you glance at your phone while driving. When you're on your phone, you're driving blind. TAC, towards zero.
Station sponsor. Back after this.
Yes, the final siren. Thanks to Buckley's Entertainment Centre this afternoon. Bannockburn 14-11-95 defeated Werribee Central's 9-11-65. And they're in the grand final against Thompson next Sunday afternoon. And have another crack at them. The Country Tigers and the City Tigers. Grubby, just too good in the end. Well, really, Jack Broman and Kieran Fulton were just too good for him, weren't they?
No. The whole you go throw in Miles and Matty Hoey and Robinson and that. I thought that was a pretty good team.
Their forward
today.
line worked a bit better today.
Yeah, they did. But they won it at the centre clearances. There's no doubt about that. Again, Fulton, the Broman all day was just unbelievably sensational. Look, you know, the fairy tales finished for the Werribee boys, but geez, I tell you what, they breathed a little bit of life into the competition from about round 9 onwards. At that stage, I thought probably if they made the finals, they'd be lucky. And they had that beautiful month of football, but they just couldn't reproduce that in the finals because the sides they were playing in the finals were just too good for them. They just got to the right spot at every change. And look, they were fantastic, Bannockburn. Werribee got out to a good lead, and they could have panicked and maybe got out to a bigger lead, but they just held steady. They're a bit stronger. They're a bit more experienced. And I think that'll do the world of good for Werribee. I just seen a bloke up there that I think might have been able to help out a little bit, but he only played 3 games in 1 quarter. It was Jackson Smith. I think they really probably missed him for most of the year. And you know, all things being good, he'll be back again next year. But look, you know, great effort. They left nothing out there to Werribee today. I don't think they did any harm to their reputation. Everybody will sit back and say a great effort. But Bannockburn now, they've got the task that's probably nobody really envies, or everybody really envies, and that's taking on the might of the Tommy Tigers next week. I believe that they will tag Jack Broman. I think they probably have someone run with Kieran Fulton, and it won't be a bloke 5'9". I think it'll be someone a bit taller than that because, look, all ingenuity and that, if it works, you're a great coach. But if it doesn't work and Fulton slaughters you in the middle for most of the day, then your move just hasn't worked. And it didn't work. He gave Broman the ball all day, and then Miles, and then Robinson, and they were just too good there. They did put Johnson in the ruck, but the game was all over. I might have tried that a bit earlier. But all in all, whatever you do, Bannockburn won the game because they were the better side, and good luck in the grand final next week.
Yeah, I think you hit it on the head early, Jace, with their forward line. We said before the game how it was going to work.
Yeah.
Probably hasn't worked for 2 weeks. Where today, when they went forward, it actually worked really well with the 2 Toms up there. And then with Miller, I think maybe Jace Tom's getting hurt was the best thing that happened to him.
Maybe don't poke the bear next time.
Yeah, because he didn't look good when he came off, and when he went back on, all of a sudden he took a couple of big grabs. He jumped into a pack, he gave one off, kicked one himself, and probably turned the game around in the second quarter when he went back on. So, but yeah, I thought Robinson was good, and I thought Matt Hoey was probably one of the best players on the ground today. I thought he was really good all day.
Yeah, I thought he and Middleton helped Broman, didn't they?
Yeah.
They don't look. They're not flashy players.
No.
But they get the ball out. They get it to Miles. Miles is just, you know what he does? He's an old school footballer. He doesn't chase.
No.
He doesn't defend a lot.
No.
But when he gets the footy, he just got so much time.
Yeah, and he kicks goals too. He goes down and
He's
kicks
a goal
goals.
kicker,
Yeah.
and he's hard to tackle.
Yeah,
such
yeah,
a
he's
big-bodied
strong,
person.
isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the people we've actually forgotten about is blokes like Nathan Kelly and that across half back line.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
their defence was
BJ.
very good.
BJ was
BJ was good again.
Really
yeah.
good.
You know, for a lot of the day, Werribee did get the ball in there pretty well, but they were just too strong. They knew where to run. They were pretty good. But I got one question for you, 2 coaches, one good one and one not so good. But with when you talk about their forward structure, Bannockburn, with all those blokes down there, do you think that was a double barrel effect with Anthony in the ruck, that he wasn't down there in the back line for nearly all day? Because he's been a defender most of the year.
Gondale, you're the good
Probably their best defender for most of the year.
Yeah, as I said, it's like watching the Geelong last night. When you take a bloke out of the ruck like Stanley and you have to use Blickards in there, it just reshuffles everything, Grub. And as I said, they had to do something. They may have been better to even try Sutton rather than Anthony initially, because I think if you take that bloke out of the fence and you're not replacing with one of those big, tall options, then it does make it hard to actually work your changes up. So that's where I think it's a little bit hard. But again, today was the first time I've seen their forward line work in every game that we've seen them, other than probably the game we saw Bannockburn that day.
Yeah.
That was the only other day it really seemed to work. And I don't think Gillies played that day. I think when he had Tom as a sole option and their forward line as a tall option either.
Yeah.
So that was okay. But I again, from quarter time onwards, it just switched around, because I thought at half time, Werribee, the way they were playing, the way Bannockburn were playing, it could have been a 10-goal margin, and the game
At
was
quarter
done and dusted. No, at half time. If that trend had continued, the way Werribee had started the game and worked the same way, I just couldn't see Bannockburn even getting himself back into it. But to their credit, they kicked 7 in the 6th in the second quarter and came out in front and changed the course of what happened.
Yeah, well, I thought they were in trouble, Werribee, at
I
half
mean,
time.
You can look back, maybe they could have tried Sloane to actually start in the middle of the ground and then quickly swapped out and let Anthony then run with Fulton.
Yep.
Rather than have him in the middle, let him start on a wing. Sloane takes the centre tap, then he goes to him. Just try something, because it just didn't work.
But you're still taking Anthony out of the forward line, out of the back line, and that's where he's got to go.
Yeah.
I think they probably just should have went with Sloane, because,
Why wouldn't they just go with Sloane?
well, the thing is, I know Fulton beat
Wouldn't
him
you-
last
wouldn't-
time.
but wouldn't you start with him there?
But I think coaches get too far ahead of themselves. Like, when things are working, why change?
Well, it wasn't working. Fulton killed him in the
Yeah,
qualifying.
it was working last week, Grub.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, Sloane in the ruck, Anthony back. So
Then-
why would you change that just today?
Because of